Traditions. They remind us where it all began. A time when lacrosse was more than just a game. When it was a gift from the Creator, a sacred rite, a curing ritual. Traditions. They travel through the generations, passed down from hand to hand, bringing us back to a time worth revisiting. This is our tradition. This is your passion. This is traditional lacrosse.
Vanguard Lacrosse, built by players who believed the game deserved better. Born on Long Island and set out to create lacrosse equipment that combines premium materials, advanced engineering, and a level of quality that players can rely on every time you step on the floor. With a focus on creating equipment that earns its place on the field, gear designed with intention, tested for the demands of the game, and built to perform when it matters most. From their shafts and mesh to custom uniforms and team gear, every product is developed with performance, durability, and the player experience at the forefront. Visit their website today to check out all they have to offer. Vanguard Lacrosse, lead your legacy.
Traditions. They remind us where it all began. A time when lacrosse was more than just a game. When it was a gift from the Creator, a sacred rite, a curing ritual. Traditions. They travel through the generations, passed down from hand to hand, bringing us back to a time worth revisiting. This is our tradition. This is your passion. This is traditional lacrosse.
Vanguard Lacrosse, built by players who believed the game deserved better. Born on Long Island and set out to create lacrosse equipment that combines premium materials, advanced engineering, and a level of quality that players can rely on every time you step on the floor. With a focus on creating equipment that earns its place on the field, gear designed with intention, tested for the demands of the game, and built to perform when it matters most. From their shafts and mesh to custom uniforms and team gear, every product is developed with performance, durability, and the player experience at the forefront. Visit their website today to check out all they have to offer. Vanguard Lacrosse, lead your legacy.
Traditions. They remind us where it all began. A time when lacrosse was more than just a game. When it was a gift from the Creator, a sacred rite, a curing ritual. Traditions. They travel through the generations, passed down from hand to hand, bringing us back to a time worth revisiting. This is our tradition. This is your passion. This is traditional lacrosse.
Vanguard Lacrosse, built by players who believed the game deserved better. Born on Long Island and set out to create lacrosse equipment that combines premium materials, advanced engineering, and a level of quality that players can rely on every time you step on the floor. With a focus on creating equipment that earns its place on the field, gear designed with intention, tested for the demands of the game, and built to perform when it matters most. From their shafts and mesh to custom uniforms and team gear, every product is developed with performance, durability, and the player experience at the forefront. Visit their website today to check out all they have to offer. Vanguard Lacrosse, lead your legacy.
Traditions. They remind us where it all began. A time when lacrosse was more than just a game, when it was a gift from the Creator, a sacred rite, a curing ritual. Traditions. They travel.
Hello, lacrosse fans. Welcome back. Last game of the night. Inver Grove Isotopes and the Nashville Ignite. Both teams 0-2, looking for their first win of the tournament. I'm joined here by Isaiah. Pardon me, I was forgetting your last name for a second. I've been doing so many games, calling so many names. Isaiah, it's great to see you. Thanks for joining us. Isaiah, you helped us out, or you came to the Nationals last year with the Philly Mustangs. It's great to be back. What do you think of the tournament so far?
Yeah, I think it's been a great tournament so far. I mean, the teams all seem like they had leveled up from last year. The competition is really good. The referees have been on it so far. So I really think that it has been a level up, and I'm super excited to keep going here.
Awesome. Yeah, we got another full day of lacrosse and a championship on Sunday. It's going to be a great weekend as things start off here. The Nashville Ignite. First game I'm getting to call them today. Looks like Beck Hagen's still in net there for Inver Grove. Down on the Nashville Ignite side, to introduce you to these guys, the quote I got was just a group of guys that love lacrosse and competition. Small goal. Pardon me, let me cut myself off here, number 94.
Oh, no, looks like we have a crease violation here. It's going the other way.
Crease violation. Jordan Chalk stepping his toe in the crease. Disallowed goal. A lot earlier start that would have been for the Isotopes compared to last game. Coach is upset on the bench. Chris was in a great spot to see that there, however. Ball kicked down the floor. As I was saying, Nashville, a bit of a small lacrosse community. These Nashville Ignite are helping grow it. A couple of guys on the team you might recognize from social media. Tim Semich, he's the captain and GM of this team, number 43, tall guy walking on your floor right now. Tough to miss him. Another guy, Elliot Bender, the box lacrosse guy on Instagram, teaching the people how it goes. Some exciting news from Elliot. Unfortunately for the Ignite, probably his last goal. Here we go. Jordan Chalk was not going to be denied there. Got one disallowed early on, putting his toe in the crease. This is a lot better start for the team than for the Isotopes than last game. I was mentioning earlier, I thought that it might have been a lot of first game jitters for the boys. Clearly, they're ready to roll and want to show who they are in this second game. But I was saying, Elliot Bender, rumor has it he's moved down to Dallas. We may have another Dallas team coming into the league next year. Exciting stuff for us and exciting stuff for the area of Dallas.
Yeah, Dave, that's actually super exciting, man. I mean, to see this, this league grow is great, and to have another team coming into Texas. How many teams do we have down there now?
So the region's kind of been in and out. The struggle has been just the distance they cover. New Orleans, Austin, and Dallas have historically been our teams. That's about a 6-8 hour drive just for your closest opponent. And the Dallas area has struggled, to be frank. It's the classic, you have two quarterbacks, you have no quarterback situation. We had two teams, and we had two teams and couldn't they tore each other apart a little bit. I think Elliot's in the right spot to get those guys organized and fire some people up. Some new blood down in the Dallas area may get us exactly where we need to be. Quick start to these games. I'm really seeing the Isotopes come out flying. Mr. Lacrosse, Jordan, I have his name earlier. I'll find it again. Bradley Johnson, pardon me. I mixed up the first letter and the last letter there. Bradley Johnson, Mr. Lacrosse in Minnesota. Held to no goals in the first game, and you could see how much it frustrates him. He's not the type of guy who's used to seeing a 0 next to his name on the stat column. Pretty nice goal there. Any thoughts, Isaiah?
No, I mean, they're very, very nice goal.
The Ignite looking to get something going of their own here. 2-0. Just 4 minutes into the game. Unable to find the back of the net on that one. Isotopes looking to push the issue some more. Pass to the middle, no look. Backhand shot denied.
That's a great save by the goalie. Just a heads-up play by him. Wide open in the middle and able to drop low and make that save.
Austin Brady in net, in the pipes for the Ignite here. Cool little story about the Ignite. Not cool, may not be the right word, but a good story. Their mascot's named Bradley after one of their co-founders who sadly passed away in 2021. That's why you'll see the chickenware number 9, Bradley's shirt, Bradley's jersey number. A big portion of the team that was able to get things going. Another goal here for the Isotopes, pushing the issue early, 3-0. I think this is more like how the Isotopes have played all year long.
Yeah, the key here for Nashville, on defense is they're going to have to play physical. They are a very physical team, but you cannot let a shooter come down the middle like that. You have to build that wall. You have to push people out. We have to push people to the boards here. I think
another
goal here.
35, John Charlton. Pardon me to the Choltons if I mispronounced that. I'm sure I did. A timeout for Nashville early. 4:04 left in the fourth. They're already on the back heels, down 4-0. We've seen it all day long in a running time game. Not that many goals adds up quick. If you don't respond quickly, this game can get away from you. You can run out of time so quick. We saw it last game. The Golden Bears taking on the Oaks. Oaks were charging at the end. Would have had their opportunity. Give them another 40 seconds to a minute and a half. Who knows what kind of game it was. Short time games. You have to react quickly. You have to bounce back and make something happen here. Tim in the middle of his huddle down there, giving a speech, telling the boys it's time to step up, and we'll see how they react.
Yeah, Dave, there is a lot of lacrosse left. 4-0 with 4:04 left in the first. You can turn that around very quickly. It has been done numerous times. Number 48, from Nashville. Definitely a young guy here, but a very, very quick face-off guy here. He definitely can get the ball, pinch and pop it forward, and he can easily push transition here.
Iku Shimada out of Japan, the face-off guy, plays for the Grizzlies back home in Tokyo. Me personally, I'm a Steelers guy, so I don't love the Grizz, but I'll be on his side if he decides to play here in the NABLL. Elliot Bender carrying the ball. And, it's a face-off win and an offensive possession here, but this might be the response Tim's looking for. Jackson Huey, an ex-Seattle King, there, number 28 on the lefty side. Cut to the middle, big save from Beck. Loose ball by Bender.
It looks like we're going to have a crease violation here, and it's going to go the other way. That's a really good job by that lead official right there, being able to pick that up.
Yeah, and some of you might be screaming at your TV at home for a push in the back. Matt Swartz, the referee in chief for this league, told me at one point you can never be unsuspecting when you have the ball in the crease. That I translate that to things that get let go more often in front of the net, and that's just one of those times. Nashville carrying the ball up the floor. Is he going to push to net or look for help from his buddies? Settles into it. Ball up top to Tim. Tim steps in, uses that frame, bounces one off the netting. No touch, going to go Isotopes away. 2:40 left in the first. An errant pass gives the Ignite the ball back. Nashville decides to gift it right back to them, and a goal.
And that right there, Dave, is why you never give up on a play. You know, you get a turnover, you ride the ball hard, you forecheck it, you get the ball back, and you're able to dump it right in front of the net. That was a great play, a great hustle play there.
Yeah, this is the type of game that never stops. You can't take seconds off to react to how things are going. You have to just deal with the moment. Whatever the situation that faces you, make the most of it in that time. Quick shout out to Austin Brady, goaltender for the Ignite in the chat. Ignite pushing the ball 2-on-1, passes off back to him, switches hand and tucks one away, stays out of the crease. 35. John Corriton.
Well, there's an L in there.
That's an L? Okay.
There is an L in there. Kind of hard to see, but John Quarlton with the nice goal. John, we apologize if we butchered your last name, but, great goal here.
Absolutely. What I'm hearing from the Isotopes is that they have 3-hour-long practices with 30-plus guys at them. It's that type of commitment that can see a season like this, from being stuck behind the Wheat Kings for so long to taking what they think is theirs and taking the crown in the Midwest. No pun intended with the Kings there.
Yeah, that's dedication right there. Running a team before, getting guys to come out and show up for a 3-hour-long practice is not something that's easy to do here. You have to have full buy-in from everybody that all wants to work towards the same goal. And, it's really good to see that. And if they're going to have 3-hour practices, and they're going to take it serious, it is great to see them in this stage right now.
It's awesome to see the buy-in. It's infectious. It's one of the interesting parts. Great call by the referee there. Some hand fighting going on. Tim just fighting through the pressure, getting the call. A long pass goes wide. I was saying it's one of the issues, or not issues, one of the nuances of men's lacrosse. Guys have other things going on in their lives and other priorities, but it's the type of teams that ask themselves, what do we want to do? Do we want to have another season of beer league where we middle around, we win some good games, we lose some bad ones, and see what happens, or do we want to take a crack at this? I mean, this league's getting more and more prestigious every year. It's a championship that people clearly want to win. You can see it in the rosters that are being brought, and it's a decision you guys have to make. And the buy-in comes from each individual, but it's infectious.
Absolutely.
All right, folks. Well, give you about a minute here. Recollect yourself, grab yourself a water or a fresh beer. It is Friday night. We'll see you in just a minute here.
Traditions. They remind us where it all began. A time when lacrosse was more than just a game, when it was a gift from the Creator, a sacred rite, a curing ritual. Traditions. They travel through the generations, passed down from hand to hand.
Votes. Quick one there. Iku with the win. You know, we're seeing it's definitely more of a fight out of Nashville than they were before that timeout. They just haven't seen the results yet. That's what I was talking about. Shot. Oh, big save from Beck. Beck Hagen just denying them every opportunity to get back in the game. They're doing all the things right, but they just aren't getting the results. And if you keep doing the right things without getting results, before too long, you're thinking you're doing the wrong thing. It'll just take the wind out of your sails. It's why you got to bounce back so quickly in these games. 6-0, start of the second. Isotopes looking for another one here.
Crease dive. We're going to have a crease violation.
Crease violation, we're heading white. You know, in a 3-game round robin, it doesn't kill you to lose that first one. Six of the 10 teams are going to go into the next round. For the most part, a 2-1 record will likely give you a fighting chance at it. There's obviously the situation where a bunch of teams go 0-3, and we could end up in where 2-1 is the cut line. But you got to think you got a chance as our hand goes up from the referee. Looks like the Isotopes will be on the penalty here. 16. That looks like Sam Karn heading to the box for 2 minutes for cross-checking. May have just caught him a little too high.
Yeah, you'll hear officials say, you know, match low when you're coming in with your cross-checks here. You know, everybody wants to come in with a cross-check and, you know, set a pick or drive their guy out. But you just got to be a little careful when you do that, not to slide up high here.
5-hole. Jackson Huey, the ex-Seattle King, I'll mention it all night. Finding the space through the 5-hole, puts himself on the edge of that arc, makes Beck move, and in that process, especially with that screen coming across right at the end there, it's a tough save to make. Got to be happy. There's the result they've been looking for. They've been doing the right things, getting on the board. May give them the spark to continue this.
Yeah, absolutely have to use that as a momentum boost here. You got to keep the foot on the gas, and you have to keep going here.
A loose ball off of blue, going white. It's one of my least favorite rules in field lacrosse. When it goes out before there's possession, we're refacing. If one guy pushes us out, it's the other team's ball. We don't need another face-up. Let's line up and play. Bender driving the net. Beck with a big hand covering the far left corner. That was a great save. Reading Bender all the way as he cuts across. A breakaway on the other side off the save. And a save from Austin Brady. A big push from behind.
Let's see what the call is going to be here. I would assume it's either going to be a 2-minute minor for checking from behind, or it's going to be an illegal cross-check. Got to make sure that you're slowing up if you're chasing somebody. on a 1-0 breakaway.
See 2 minutes up on the board there. I'm going to assume a cross check, even though I didn't see a call made. It's just kind of the default at times in this sport. Isotopes getting the power play, definitely on the losing end of the penalty minute battle.
Whoa! Oh, that's a great goal. A little chippiness right there. That looks like Bob Marcunez, a Philly native who moved down to Nashville. Looks like the refs are going to get in there and separate it.
It's funny you mentioned. Hey, first off, great goal. Pulling it back to that near side. That does look a bit high. My initial reaction is he's coming across high and just ends up in a weird body position. I think he stays off the helmet for the most part, just catches him high on the back. Goal goes, it would wipe it off anyway. 7-1. Funny you mentioned a Philly native here. One thing about the Ignite, 40-plus guys, ages 17 to 43, repping 15 different states, 2 Canadian provinces, and the great nation of Japan. A very diverse group of guys coming together in the beautiful city of Nashville. Didn't quite catch what happened there. I think on the restart, before the restart happened, the check was made. The refs are just gonna settle, and
looks like we had a little push in the back. No call here.
Elliot Bender with the backhand, able to come up with it. The Ignite.
Ball's loose on the ground.
3 on the shot clock if the Isotopes just want to muck it here. We'll take it their way back up the floor. 5:22 in the half. Referee fixing just a tad bit of turf. That part's been giving us a little issues so far today. Hopefully we can figure something out to keep that locked down better tomorrow. No one's going to guard him. Why not go to net? A big save, rebound in front. That's just unfortunate. Austin Brady needs a little more help there. A settled situation, giving up a breakaway, and then B, no one's there to cover the rebound. You can't expect too much out of one guy, and that's just unfortunately what we had there.
Yeah, the fatigue is definitely starting to set in, and we can see it here. Now, Dave, correct me if I'm wrong. You were a goalie at one point as well, correct? And we're still a goalie.
Correct. Yeah. Once a goalie, always a goalie. It'll never leave my heart. But yeah, I played a good amount of lacrosse. Pretty high level. Got the pleasure of playing for Team USA here at Lax, and I won a championship. That was a lot of fun with the boys. It's a great arena. It's really one of the cornerstones of box lacrosse in the U.S. here.
Absolutely.
Jackson Huey swinging it over to the righties. Looking to find an entry point. They're going to need to work together, get the roll going to penetrate the middle. These outside shots are not going to beat Beck.
We're going to have a delayed penalty here on Nashville for an interference. The defender had the ball sitting in the crease, and he checked him.
There he is, Mr. Bradley Johnson, Mr. Lacrosse, Minnesota. The penalty wipes the goal wipes the penalty, pardon me. You could just see the frustration adding up on the Ignite right now. Getting fired up, coming across that high hit after a goal, pushing and shoving on your offensive end. You can't afford penalties in the offensive end. Use your penalties to save goals. Don't use them when you're just out of frustration because you're not scoring.
Yeah, take me into the mind of a goalie right now when you're playing your hardest, you're standing on your head, but the scoreboard doesn't reflect it.
Yeah, there's one of two ways to go about it. One is just do your job. It's hard sometimes to know what's your fault, what's not when you're in the moment. And so if you just continue to do your job and add up saves at the end, I mean, a goalie can't win a game on their own. They could keep it down to 0 goals, but the offense has to come up with 1 if we're going to win a game. So it's not your job to win a game. It's your job to give your team the opportunity to, and he's doing that to the best of his abilities right now. I mean, the defense is giving him some tough looks, and that's one way to approach it. The other is to get really sad and and just hang out for the next 20 minutes, survive.
Yeah, knowing Austin Brady, he is not going to do that. He's going to be the guy that's going to play all the way through the game, and he'll go back and he'll reflect on this, but he'll use this as a learning opportunity for the next time.
I love to hear it. It's a good attitude. It's a lonely spot sometimes out there. Hagen able to corral that loose ball behind the net. Just under 2 minutes to go. I can't imagine the Isotopes are going to sit back on this.
No, because at the end of the day, right, you're in tournament play here, so goals matter. You have to continue to pound in the goals. That way, if you come to a tie, you're going to be able to get, higher in that seed. So you can't get comfortable here. You have to keep going, and you got to keep playing.
Yeah, it's one of those situations in a normal bracket game. You might not push late in the game when you're up by a few, but you never know what's going to come down to come Saturday at noon. How many you need, and just to remind everybody again, it's a goal formula, so it's goals for divided by total number of goals scored in your games. So it's the percentage of goals in your games that were yours. That's going to be the tiebreaker after head-to-head when it's possible. Errant pass goes sailing into the stands off of tip. Isotopes will take one up the floor with just 45 seconds to go. Sometimes teams will like to go to net early here, create a 2-for-1 situation. If you give the opposing team the ball back with around 45 seconds to go, you're going to have about 15-20 to take one last look at it. But unfortunately, the Isotopes are unable to do that at this point. With 5 on the shot clock, they're just going to have to settle for a shot, and that's a pretty good one. Misses the net. Ball's going the other way. Great coverage by 78. Dawson Sheets here, making sure to stop the break, not allowing the Ignite any sort of spark. Pun was intended there. Great save by Beck, standing his ground. And that's the end of the first half, a 9-1 score. A tough start for the Ignite in this tournament, that's for sure. Is that Beck? Pardon me, that's Josh Harris in net. I apologize to the whole Harris family. Josh is another Team USA youth goalie. 2 on the team. They've been doing well. It's a really cool partnership. Hopefully something that lasts for a long time for them. Isaiah, any thoughts before we kick it to halftime?
No, I think I think Nashville is going to have to come together here and figure out what their game plan is going to be. I think that they're going to have to try and push this in transition to get a couple of quick goals here. I think we're going to have to support on the face-off side, and I think that it's going to be a fast game here in this second half.
Awesome. Well, we'll keep an eye on this game. Please enjoy the rest of your halftime. We'll be back in a little less than 4 minutes.
That earns its place on the field, gear designed with intention, tested for the demands of the game, and built to perform when it matters most. From their shafts and mesh to custom uniforms and team gear, every product is developed with performance, durability, and the player experience at the forefront. Visit their website today to check out all they have to offer. Vanguard Lacrosse, lead your legacy.
Traditions. They remind us where it all began. A time when lacrosse was more than just a game, when it was a gift from the Creator, a sacred rite, a curing ritual. Traditions, they travel through the generations, passed down from hand to hand, bringing us back to a time worth revisiting. This is our tradition. This is your passion. This is traditional lacrosse.
Vanguard Lacrosse, built by players who believed the game deserved better. Born on Long Island and set out to create lacrosse equipment that combines premium materials, advanced engineering, and a level of quality that players can rely on every time you step on the floor. With a focus on creating equipment that earns its place on the field, gear designed with intention, tested for the demands of the game, and built to perform when it matters most. From their shafts and mesh to custom uniforms and team gear, every product is developed with performance, durability, and the player experience at the forefront. Visit their website today to check out all they have to offer. Vanguard Lacrosse, lead your legacy.
Welcome back, lacrosse fans. Quick update from the other floor, 4-1 Philly over Boston. A good result for the first half for Philly for sure. Looking to bounce back from a first game loss. Here on this floor, 9-1, two 0-1 teams looking to finish out their night on a positive note. Certainly got to feel good ending on a win at least. I'd rather be 1-1 with a win on Friday night than 1-1 with a loss on Friday night. Going into Saturday morning. Kind of feels like the playoffs start right away. I might call it delay a game there.
I think you could have. Standing over the ball, you're not allowing him to pick it up. I mean, you definitely delayed the game a little bit, but
especially when he steps off the floor right there. He had no intentions of defending. His only intention was to slow them down. Smart play if you can get away with it. That's why he's the box guy.
That's a good shot from the outside, and then we have a good save as well.
Austin Brady really stepping into his own. Errant pass. Still loose. Nashville's going to take it up. I mean, even at 1-2, if you're able to get a win tomorrow morning, if you start Friday 2-1, there's a chance you can avoid that play-in game, which is just going to add up. It makes that road to the championship that much harder, having to play one more game on Saturday. You go from having to play three, your round robin, the quarters, and the semis, to having to play 4 in one day, just to wake up and play a 4 10-minute stop time championship the next day. It's a big ask.
For sure, your body's definitely going to feel it. So that rest is very, very crucial.
A good pass, a good goal. 18 from the Nashville Knight. Colin Hart cut in the middle, getting over the top with just enough space to take on his defender, takes a hard check and scores it. Little frustration boiling over from both sides at the end there. We're not going to catch it in the replay, but there's still some chatting going on their way to their bench. 7:50 to go, 7 in the third, 7-goal game. It's not insurmountable. You got to go now.
Ball's loose on the ground. The Isotopes are going to come up with it.
Oh, big check
Big
the
check
board.
in front of the boards.
Good work by the door guy there, making sure that door was closed. Just a little shout out to all the door guys out there. So a shot saved by Austin. Rebound picked up by the Isotopes player who shot it. Steps in the crease, which is where the whistle comes from. Goes for a dive and is punished for it. I'm getting a second look here as a hard hit, but you got to shut the door somehow. I hope he's all right.
Yeah, that's super unfortunate. You know, when you go for the gold. Unfortunately, you know, sometimes this is unfortunately what happens. I really hope that he is okay. He's down, and you can definitely tell he's going through it.
Looks like the main point of contact was to the head there. I'm wishing him nothing but the best here. '93 for the Isotopes. Talon Heath up and walking, stretching his neck a little bit. Looks to be in good spirits at least. We'll keep an eye on things and keep you updated as we see if he comes on the bench, off the bench, if he starts playing again. I know it's a tough time if your friends or family back home to not always get the information right away. We'll do our best to keep you updated here. As he makes his way straight into the tunnel. For the time being, he's not remaining in the game. For the time being. Back to the action, 7 minutes to go in the third, 9-2 as the Ignite take the ball and put it away.
That is a great shot.
Elliot Bender, I believe. That 00. I recognize him. It's Elliot, but I don't see him on my list for some reason. Oh, he's 99. It looks like 00. He has number 615 on his shorts. Do they all have that? They do. Okay. It's got to be the area code in Nashville. He's 00 on the thing. He's 99 on my score sheet.
This is the spark that Nashville needed here.
Might ignite some. 6-goal game, 6:20 to go in the third. Again, if you're going to go, you got to go now. Make a run and make it happen.
The lefties are going to have a little bit of a two-man game here. We're going to have a pass down, pick down. Going to try and come underneath, cut across the net.
Oh.
Good save.
The Isotopes are going to take a penalty here. 27. Dylan Schroeder making his way to the box. Away from the play, so I wasn't quite sure what happened. It was a hold, 2 minutes. A really good opportunity there for the Ignite. Catching, pardon me, it's not Beck, it is Josh Harris. Catching Josh Harris on the wrong side of the net. He comes back over and closes all that he can close. Honestly, I got to imagine the Ignite player wants a bit more of that back. Plenty of net to shoot at. But just stuck it into the goalie's belly. Backhand pass, gets his chance again. Gets sent deep into the net. Josh Harris makes sure he stays there for as long as possible. Bouncer 5-hole.
Looks like Nashville's going to be on a roll here. Like you said, they're definitely going to ignite something.
Nick Wheeler taking advantage of the power play opportunity. He's been in the mix down there. Unhappy with a few of the actions the Isotopes have taken, which I'm sure they feel the same way about him. But here we are, 5-goal game, 5 minutes to go in the third. Nashville's on a run.
Nashville is punching their way back into this, and with a good face-off guy like this, it can become a make-it-take-it game.
You gotta want the loose balls.
Gotta want it. We can't play body here.
Iku does. Passes up floor. Bender grabs it. Waiting for his pick guy. Gets a little bit of space. Cuts the inside. Gets across the net. Another good hit. The Isotopes are really making Nashville pay for those inside shots.
Yeah, the question is going to be how many times can you take that before you start to get a little bit of deterred from going down the middle?
I mean, Elliott's limping off the floor a little bit here. I imagine he's deterred. But he's a tough guy. I bet he'll go to net again.
Great save.
Big fight for the loose ball.
Going to get a fresh 30 here. What are they going to do with it? Oh, that is pretty. Wraps around from behind the net. I believe that is number 1 from the Isotopes, Leighton Scribner.
Scribner, I like that pronunciation. I think you nailed it. Sorry, I'm just a bit distracted. I'm trying to check on the Isotopes player who went down a bit earlier. I believe he's back in the game, but don't quote me on this quite yet.
Wow, that is a highlight reel goal right there by Leighton. Very athletic, very impressive. We have a 6-goal game here with 3:13 left in the third. It's going to be a face-off win by the Isotopes, number 35, with the Lucy, John Quarlton. Oh, pretty goal, but it is a crease call, and we're going to go the other way here. Nashville's ready, waiting for a whistle. Tim pushing it down the floor. He gets a pick in the middle here. He gets uprooted here. Ball's loose, and a stick goes flying. Looks like you're going to have a little loose ball contact here, but nothing is going to get called.
Isotopes carrying the ball up the floor for another offensive set. Tim tripped on the blue line. It's a little bit higher than every other line.
Turf Monster got him.
Ball kicked loose, still alive. You gotta want these loose balls. I just don't see these Nashville players going down for it like they should be. A great save, closing the 5-hole there.
Oh, we cannot leave the crease like that. You cannot have the goalie just want to throw it. Looks like the Isotopes are going to be forechecking here, and they're going to make it very, very difficult for the Ignite to clear the ball. I think they can smell blood in the water, and I think that they can sense that they're tired. Looks like you're going to have a crease call here. Yeah,
this forecheck they've been running, it seems to be a strong point in their game, something they really dictate to. I saw it a lot in the first game when they were getting beat, but they never got beat on the forecheck. They seem to find the right time to commit and the right time to pull out. It's something I want to keep an eye on throughout the weekend. As the Isotopes the Ignite find their shape. I am struggling with these two names right now. A shot and a big save by Harris.
Ball's going to be up here.
It would have been over and back, but it goes out anyways. Chalk picks up the ball.
Isotopes finding their shape here. On the righties, looks like we're going to have a pass down, pick down. Actually, no, he's going to go down the heart of the defense. Good save by Brady. And then right there, man, you have the Isotopes in your face again with that forecheck.
A big hit coming across the middle, but it wasn't as punishing as the Isotopes have been to those Ignite as the Ignite find a way to score.
I believe that's going to be number 18, Colin Hart.
Colin Hart driving down the right side, picks up the pass, and just beats Harris over the right shoulder. A nice way to extend, finding that extra little bit of space to finish. This is why it's so important to get to the middle.
Short time, and time in the third is going to expire.
10-5, a 5-goal game, 10 minutes to go. It's a big ask. I'm sure the Ignite are going to give it their best shot here. Good to see Elliot Bender back out on the floor, walking around just fine. Still keeping an eye out for Talon Heath. Have yet to see him emerge from the locker room. Number 93. Hoping he's doing all right down there. We'll keep an eye on things as we continue. I do see an Isotopes player undressing. Doesn't have a shirt on anymore, so I can't see what number he is. That may be Colin. Ignite with a quick team chat back out onto the floor, ready to roll. They want to get this thing going. Isotopes taking just a little bit more time to talk through the intricacies of playing with the lead here, making sure that we finish things up.
Absolutely. I think Iku here is going to be a big catalyst if they can surge a comeback here. As a Fogo myself, I can tell you exactly what's going on in his mind right now. He may be a little nervous, but he is trying to just focus on one face-off at a time. He understands that if he does his job and he can give his team the spark that they need, that this game can still be within reach.
Absolutely. Make it take in lacrosse would be very helpful.
Man, very, very quick off these face-offs as well.
Unfortunately, unable to come up with that one. 2-on-1 opportunity, sliding upfield. A big save from Austin Brady. Slow to get up, number 32, Hudson Karasak. It looks to be just fine. I didn't see a big hit. Not sure what slowed him there. Nashville looking for their opportunity.
Looks like we're going to have a little bit of off-ball movement here. That is super, super important in the game of box lacrosse, to be able to create the opportunities. And if you could teach people this, when they're young, it can grow a long way with them as they get older into the game. Picks don't just have to happen on ball, they can happen off ball, and that's where you create a lot of opportunity.
A shot clock violation gives the Isotopes the ball, but a good check from, I just had it, Wheeler.
And it
sends the ball the other way. Those turnovers leading to goals in transition are huge. On pace here to make it a 4-goal game.
Yeah, we're going to have a goal here by number 35 from Nashville, Trotter Hughes.
Takes the shot in that no man's land. It's not an outside shot. It's not an inside shot. Goalie's trying to think about the transition point when he starts to step back, and maybe caught him on his heels there.
10-6, 8:26 left in the fourth. Way to get rid of the ball there.
A good counter by Iku there to give his team a 50-50 chance, rather than letting the Isotopes face-off guy. Sorry, I slowed there as Tim tiptoes the crease. Rather than letting the Isotopes face-off guy do what he wants with the ball, he put it in a neutral area where his guys can come fight for it.
Yeah, he's going to be through the crease right there. Cannot be the first person to play or touch the ball or receive the pass.
After stepping in the crease, absolutely. Isotopes here. We saw the Golden Bears earlier really slow the game down at this point, being up by a good score with a good goaltender in net. We'll see how these Isotopes at their first championship are able to handle that. A good find. Guy gets lost around the back.
That backdoor look.
But not able to handle the pass. Would have been a great look. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Outside shot. Finds a leg pad. Corralled by the Ignite. Moving the ball up the floor. Take care of the rock, boys. If you want a chance in this game, you need the ball.
Yeah, with 7:09 left in the fourth. With 7:09 left in the fourth, we're going to have a loose ball push. Looks like he is down in the crease.
Yeah, an awkward one there, to say the least. It looks like his opponent's stick got caught up in his shoulder as he went down, preventing him from handling the fall the way he probably would have wanted to. Tough guy. Looks like he's able to shake that off. It's going to be a loose ball hold, loose ball push. Take your pick. Isotopes calling for too many men as the Ignite player was a little slow getting off the floor. However, that is the responsibility of the referees to make sure the floor is set. It would have just been a reset on the possession. Not exactly what the Isotopes were hoping for. That's what you got sometimes.
We're going to have a loose ball push here, and it's going to stay with the Isotopes. They're going to get a fresh 30 here. That is huge for them.
That's one thing I've really enjoyed about Bradley Johnson, Mr. Lacrosse, Minnesota. He'll take a hit, earn a call, and just get up and get to his spot. He understands.
Oh, that is a big hit in the middle right there. Big hit by, I believe that is number 43, Tim.
He used to play tight end in the NFL, and that was a blindside block like he used to throw back in the day.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see the frustration start to boil over for Nashville. Now the question is going to be, are the referees going to come together here, and are they going to assess a 2 or are they going to assess a 5? Looks like they're going to assess a 2 for an illegal cross-check there.
Yeah, coming across, he did finish high. He is 6'7", but you are responsible for your body and the point of that contact. He did get him on the shoulders, finished through a little high, which is where the helmet came popping off, and why he's sitting in the box here.
I can definitely tell you Tim is an intimidating man. You do not know.
A good goal by the Isotopes. Things are getting chippy.
Yeah, number 84 from the Isotopes, Luke Johnson with the nice finish.
Luke, one of the founding members of this team. I think he came from off the bench. I don't believe that was Luke's goal.
Oh, was that not Luke's goal?
Sorry, we didn't quite catch that. Let's see here if I have a secondary replay going on over here. It's a lefty. Whoever was on the lefty shooter. Luke's running the point. He did not come from on the bench.
Another face-off win for the Isotopes.
Pushing big opportunity.
Oh, that is a big hit from behind into the boards.
So it was 94. Jordan Chalk with the last goal. Isotopes carrying the ball up the floor. Unfortunate moment, but the referee was in the right spot, running away from the bench as players change, and they are part of the floor.
Yeah, as referee, it can be really hard to get out of the way sometimes. You know, you have these guys flying up and down the floor, and you have to try and be invisible, essentially. So, you got to have the quick feet to get out of the way.
Yeah, Brad, better to be mad at yourself. Well, you should have just made the pass. If you caught it, it wouldn't have been. It would have never hit the referee. Can't be too mad at him for existing on this floor.
Yeah, we have a 3-on-2 opportunity here. Big contact in the middle. Shot goes wide and out of bounds. It's going to be Nashville ball. With 4:20 left in the fourth, 11-6. It has to be go time for Nashville. You have to find that second gear and that last breath to be able to win this game.
Good save by Harris. Cutting to the net hard. I mean, each one of these saves just feels like it's putting another nail in your coffin, taking a few RPMs out of your engine. It's tough to get up with 4 minutes to go and a five goal difference. Clock will stop with another goal by the Ignite.
Oh, we might get one here.
Tim, slow walk down, tries to put it around it and misses the net. Nothing but Isotopes players around to pick up this ball. A push in the back. It may have been accidental.
Yeah, it looks like you're going to have Bob Martinez go into the penalty box. Wouldn't be surprised if it's going to be an illegal cross-check. The Isotopes player got up holding his rib cage, and yeah, that's exactly what it's going to be. It's going to be a 2-minute minor for illegal cross-check. cannot take that right now in this point of the game.
.3:24 on the clock. Yeah, just an awkward push. A hard land. Tim certainly not happy about the call. 3:24 to go in tonight's action. We'll be back at things tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Isotopes putting together their
looks like it's going to be an inverting whistle, I believe. Good
eating
serve.
a shot, down 5 with 3 minutes to go. That takes heart. Wow.
Wow.
Luke. We messed up his brother's name earlier. We're Clorton. We're going with Clorton. Luke Clorton with a snipe low to high, finding the top right corner. The jawing still happening between the two teams. Clearly no love lost at this point in the night.
Yeah, and I believe that is going to be the goal that does it, the nail in the coffin here.
Yeah, not a lot of fight left to be had. 2:20, 6-goal difference. The clock is running because of the score differential. Ball kicked loose. Iku's still there fighting for it.
Looks like we're going to have a loose ball push. Nashville sets up. They get their offense on. Looks like they're going to set up an ISO from the right side. Now here comes the pick. Here comes the help. We have an up pick. Going to come over the top. Goes wide. Almost a big hit on the boards.
Shot clock for Nashville. Play through the whistle, not to the horn. 1:15 to go.
Yeah.
Tomorrow morning we kick things off on Rink 1 with Lakers and Oaks. I'm going to confirm that that's on Rink 1. They all say Rink 1 right now. Grizzlies and Spirits will be on Rink 1 as another goal squeaks by, making it 13-6. Lakers and Oaks will take on each other. Nor'easters, Owls, Isotopes, Golden Bears in the slot following them. Then the round robin will finish off with the Ignite and the Mustangs. Clock still running here. Some more to be had. Spirits at 2-0. Golden Bears at 2-0. Spirits with a better goal formula.
Yeah, the Spirits are going to be very, very tough to beat this year. They are fast. They are physical. They have knowledge of the game. They are going to be a very, very hard team to beat this year.
Grizzlies sitting at 2-0. Lakers 1-1. Nor'easters, depending on the result of the other game, looking like it was going to be 1-1 at halftime. Still a lot to be had. Oaks 0-2. Owls 0-2. Ignite 0-2. Isotopes 1-1. A lot of lacrosse tomorrow. All 10 teams will make it to the playoffs and continue on their hopes to win the 2026 NABLL National Championship. But it's going to be a lot easier pass if you can get on the top side of that bracket. Well, thank you all for joining us. Isaiah, thank you very much. Appreciate you jumping on the call here.
Absolutely.
And all your work as a referee on the floor. It's been a wonderful night here in Utica. Charity, you've done a wonderful job. Thank you very much. the only one to get a trivia question right out of the bunch. Hope everybody has a great night. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning.
Traditions. They remind us where it all began. A time when lacrosse was more than just a game, when it was a gift from the Creator, a sacred rite, a curing ritual. Traditions. They travel through the generations, passed down from hand to hand, bringing us back to a time worth revisiting. This is our tradition. This is your passion. This is traditional lacrosse.
Vanguard Lacrosse, built by players who believed the game deserved better. Born on Long Island and set out to create lacrosse equipment that combines premium materials, advanced engineering, and a level of quality that players can rely on every time you step on the floor. With a focus on creating equipment that earns its place on the field, gear designed with intention, tested for the demands of the game, and built to perform when it matters most. From their shafts and mesh to custom uniforms and team gear, every product is developed with performance, durability, and the player experience at the forefront. Visit their website today to check out all they have to offer. Vanguard Lacrosse, lead your legacy.
Traditions. They remind us where it all began. A time when lacrosse was more than just a game, when it was a gift from the Creator, a sacred rite, a curing ritual. Traditions. They travel through the generations, passed down from hand to hand, bringing us back to a time worth revisiting. This is our tradition. This is your passion. This is traditional lacrosse.
Vanguard Lacrosse, built by players who believed the game deserved better. Born on Long Island and set out to create lacrosse equipment that combines premium materials, advanced engineering, and a level of quality that players can rely on every time you step on the floor. With a focus on creating equipment that earns its place on the field, gear designed with intention, tested for the demands of the game, and built to perform when it matters most. From their shafts and mesh to custom uniforms and team gear, every product is developed with performance, durability, and the player experience at the forefront. Visit their website today to check out all they have to offer. Vanguard Lacrosse, lead your legacy.
Traditions. They remind us where it all began. A time when lacrosse was more than just a game, when it was a gift from the Creator, a sacred rite, a curing ritual, tradition